Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are going to build my brand new bow for late season 2025 and going into 2026. I'm going to be shooting the Darton Tritech 33. Basically going to go over a few different things on why I'm shooting this bow. Main thing for the viewer and like for yourself, I guess, is always just shoot the whatever bow is most comfortable in your hands. So I always recommend, go and shoot every single brand. Like if you're in the market for a new bow, go and shoot every single brand, even if you have zero interest. I don't care if you have zero interest in a PSC, zero interest in a Darton, zero interest in a Matthews, whatever. Shoot them all, because you never know what bow is going to surprise you. This one didn't necessarily surprise me. I had pretty high hopes for this thing, and it's turned out to be pretty phenomenal. There's a lot of hype on this bow this year. I really like it. The first time I shot it months ago, I was really fired up. It's going to be a pretty relaxed video of my personal build this year, and just as I'm kind of building this bow, I'll walk you through why I'm using specific things. And then obviously if you got questions on it, throw in the comments and I'll answer them. Okay, so I'll talk about my bow specs first of all. So I'm shooting the Tritech 33. This is a 70 to 80 pound bow, maxed out. I'm guessing it's pulling about 82 pounds. I'll keep it maxed out here. Probably gonna end up about 29 1/4 inch draw. Depending on the bow, I'm usually like 29 or 29 and a half. So this bow is 1/4 inch increments for draw length, which is super nice, just to give you that perfect little sweet spot. So I'll probably end up at 29 1/4 is my guess. Really excited about this thing. I went with First Light Spectre camo. So I run a lot of First Light gear for everything: turkey, scouting, deer hunting, all of it. It's I don't really care about camo patterns that much. I've had the best luck with durability, and also it's kept me the warmest and driest out of all the big brands. So that's why I prefer First Light, but it's really not that important, obviously. So first things we're gonna do is swap out the strings for, I had Gas build me a set. So Darton's factory strings are actually insanely good quality. They're really well built, but mainly it's just a color thing, just for fun. We're gonna swap out the strings, and then we're gonna actually start piecing this thing together. All right, new strings are on, and man, this thing, I think it looks really good. I've never had a color scheme like this before. This is a first for me, but it looks pretty darn good. So we're gonna start getting accessories on, get this thing built out, tuned up, and ready to shoot a buck this weekend. That's the goal. So let's roll. So the reason I went with this color scheme is we created a new logo this past year, the Sasquatch logo, and it's been a really big hit. A lot of people have got shirts, hats, sweatshirts, you name it. A lot of people love the Sasquatch logo, which is orange and teal, so that's what I went with for this bow build. So all orange and teal. So I don't know, I really like it. I think it looks good. We're gonna start throwing some accessories on here, get this thing ready to roll. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna throw the rest on, get that leveled out, and talk about everything I'm running and why I'm running it. So we'll get the bow level. All right, so most of these accessories I'm transferring over because they're still absolutely phenomenal. So for my rest, I'm running a QAD MX2. So this is QAD's top of the line arrow rest. It's a cable driven micro adjustable rest. I've been running QADs for a long time, never have issues. They stand behind their products. If they do need warranty or whatever, they are phenomenal with it. So I run a lot of QAD stuff. MX2 is my choice for this bow. It's the integrated mount, which means it doesn't go on the side, it goes behind your riser, because Darton does have an integrated mount. Makes it really easy to get all types of adjustments and this and that. So we're gonna throw this on, level it out, center shot it, and it'll be good to go because we got all sorts of tuning adjustments on this bow to get it perfect through paper without putting a band-aid on your center shot. Okay, rest is installed. We're going to throw a D-loop on, get it leveled up, and then set center shot as well. So orange D-loop obviously for good reason. D-loop is definitely something that guys should probably have replaced more often, so it doesn't take long for any shop to replace one, and it can definitely save you from a black eye and missing a deer. So I get way too many guys in here the first week of October with broken D-loops, and you know, it's always on the biggest buck of their life that it broke on. You know, always funny, but just take the 10 minutes to run to your bow shop, get a new D-loop on every summer. Don't mess with it. It takes 5 minutes and you should be good to go. So this is my arrow setup. Went full out, got matching wraps here. So we can give a close-up of them later. Just setting up with my actual arrow. Level on this bad boy. So personally, I don't like to run any type of knocking point, you know, any type of exterior or extra knocking point. I run just a straight D-loop. I definitely find that a lot of guys that have knock points also have knock pinch because they're not set up correctly. They're way too tight. They end up, you know, maybe they are practicing with a micro-sized arrow like this and with tinier knocks. They put lighted knocks on, they have knock pinch. You know, you should always have a little bit of play. It's very important to always make sure that your D-loop is set to whatever knock you're going to be running for hunting. But yeah, I just enjoy just a straight D-loop. I'll set it up however customers want, but I run my own stuff with just a D-loop. I set it up correctly the first time and I don't worry about it again. All right, D-loop is set, arrow is level. Now we're gonna set the center shot here. So I always run my stuff at 3/16, which is what most manufacturers recommend for their center shot. So this is why you come to a professional shop, is because we have all the tools, so there is no guessing on things. Are just slightly off perfect 3/16 center shot compared to my last bow. So that is what's nice about these micro adjustments. So I can just wheel this thing in there and perfect. So rest is now level and perfectly center shot. So any other tuning adjustments will be made through the bow's tuning abilities, which we're not lacking any there. So we got limb pocket tuning, and then also micro adjustable, brand new patented micro adjustable cable slide. So really easy to get this thing in tune. So next we're going to throw our sight on and level that bad boy out. So I'm going to continue to run the UltraView Slider 2. This is the Picatinny mounted version, which Darton now has. That's brand new for this year as well. So we're gonna throw this sight on. Imagine it's going to be pretty close to level, if not level. All right, so we're gonna get this thing leveled out. So it's pretty darn close here. So the reason that I run the UltraView Slider, the UltraView Slider 2, is mainly because of simplicity. There's a lot of other sights out there that are very, very good and very, very nice, but they're just not as simple. This thing is, in my opinion, worth the money. I sell a ton of them, and it's just darn simple. I have a whole review of this sight already on my YouTube, so if you want to see me and go in depth about it, go on there and watch that video. But this thing is quite amazing. So let's see, first and second axis are already level. It's tied in with these sights, so perfectly level here. I will check the third axis in my hand later. Always check your third axis in your own hand because it's to the shooter's grip. That's a whole different story, but if your shop's not having you draw the bow back, that's an issue. So rest is on, sights on. So you throw my quiver brackets on here real quick. So we are going to be hunting with this thing ASAP. Quiver brackets on. All right, next we're going to install the Peep sight and my Q8E cord. Basically make sure all that's perfect, that the bow is in perfect time, it's in specs for tune, and then we really should be good to go and run it through paper, get that done, and then we just got to sight in and go kill a huge buck. For Peep sights, I'm running the Bowhunting serverless Peep. Serverless Peep it. So I've been running these for like 5 years now. In my opinion, it's probably the best Peep sight out there. It's really not talked about enough. Now Peep twist is all determined about how your tech sets it up, but there are, you know, basically some Peep sights out there that they're just easier to set up, and they really do kind of help with like when your string stretch, you know, not twisting as easily. And this is definitely my highest recommended one, is the Bowhunting serverless Peep it. So I sell all of them. I don't have any brand like bias or anything like that. You know, I install a lot of ham skis, True Fit, all sorts of them, but I personally run this Bowhunting because I've had the best luck with zero Peep twist with these bad boys. I sell a lot of them too. Customers love them. Never really had complaints on them, so I've only had people with positive reviews. So we're gonna install this thing and go from there. Okay, so Peep sight's in, Q8E line is in. So basically, you know, new strings, everything, line changes the timing a little bit. The cams, so it's just a touch off, so you can tell by the marks, the tune marks on the cams. So thankfully, the Darton Perfect Timing system makes it insanely easy to adjust this type of stuff. So all I got to do is loosen this set screw right here. Loosen this set screw, and then I just twist my cable whatever way I need it to go. Almost makes it so much easier to do. You don't need a bow press to do it. So that one is perfect. This other one is a little off. Super easy to do, no bow press needed. Makes it easy for guys to do at home. They don't have to rush back here for me to just do simple adjustments. All right, Peep sight is in. Rest is completely tuned up. Got my line in, switched to an orange one here. Rest is time, Peep's perfect, no Peep rotation. Bow is in spec. It's in tune marks, it's in time, it's in axle to axle, we're good to go. So next, all we got to do is throw the last couple accessories on, and then shoot this bad boy through paper and go kill a giant buck, like I said earlier. So that's the plan, we're going to stick to it. So we're just throwing on a few accessories, wrist strap, painted Arrow Mag Pro phone mount. So if you don't know what these things are, Google them, they're pretty darn awesome. Also have them in store. And then just a quick release, or quick detachment, little thing for my stabilizer. These phone mounts are pretty awesome. All you gotta do is just put a little metal like sleeve or sheet on the back of your phone, and boom, it's on there, ready to film, ready to go. It's a cheap way to film your hunts if you want to just have a way to either create memories or a way to you know, help with recovery, because we all know you can kind of black out sometimes when you're shooting big bucks or regular does if you're really into it. So yeah, they're pretty awesome. They don't weigh much, they're not expensive. I think they're 55, 60 bucks. Okay, the last of the accessories are on here. I am changing stabilizers soon. I got a different one on the way, but stabilizer's on. Darton bow stand is on, which this thing is super neat. Just takes 2 seconds to get it out the way or deploy it. So I got that on. Also got my little bow hook. I don't even know what the actual name is, but just a little hook for your pole rope, so you don't have to hook it to your cam. Got that on, and we are ready to shoot through paper. Let's go. All right, we're gonna paper tune this thing up. So arrow's built, ready to roll. And we're gonna go first shot through paper. I expect to be pretty decently close. If not perfect. Just a touch knock low and left. All right, shot number 2, see where we're at. Darn near perfect. So maybe just a touch more on the limb adjustment. Maybe. I mean, that's good enough for me personally. But we'll go just a little bit more and we should be perfect. And I won't bore you guys with a little bit of time fine tuning. It's perfect. It's personally good enough for my bow. But yeah, I'm just gonna fine tune it, just get it a little bit better to make it absolutely perfect. And yeah, we're gonna get sighted in and go hunting. So yeah, this is my entire full setup. So Darton Tritech 33, 80 pounds, 29¼ draw, Q80 MX2 rest, UltraView slider 2, running a Conquest Talon quiver. You haven't seen that, but painted arrow phone mount. I've got a Conquest stabilizer, Darton limb legs. Really smooth. I'm really happy with this thing. I'm really excited. I'm really fired up to go in the woods with this thing this weekend. Hopefully we kill a buck. Thanks for watching, guys.